Are you letting fear hold you back from connecting with the beautiful women you desire? What invisible barriers are keeping you from approaching the woman of your dreams? This hesitation to approach women is a widespread issue that affects men of all ages and backgrounds. It's not just about rejection, it's about the deeper insecurities and societal pressures that prevent men from taking that first step. Gentlemen, understanding the root causes of this fear can unlock the door to more meaningful connections and opportunities in your love life. Let's dive into the diverse and powerful responses from men who face these challenges head on and see what we can learn from their experiences. So, how do Reddit users respond to the question, to the men, what's stopping you from approaching women? A man with the username After Dark Opinions offers this observation and advice.
Sometimes, it could be that she's with a large group of girls. I tend to ignore women who give the impression they're having a girls' night out unless they talk to me. Of course, if she's with another man, I assume she's taken. Also, if she's reading or has headphones in, that tells me she isn't open to conversation. I don't have issues with approaching a woman who I'm attracted to if she isn't with anyone, or isn't obviously preoccupied. The worst she can do is say no.
That seems pretty astute. In effect, he is saying, hey guys, develop some situational awareness before approaching a girl. If she is available, then just go ahead and approach her, as you've got really nothing to lose. Another user named Thanos was right 69, boils it down as to why he's afraid of approaching girls. He comments,
I don't approach women because of 1. Fear of rejection, and 2. Being labeled as a creep.
Well, yeah, I can understand that. The fear of rejection is a real big problem with many men, and that is what stops them from connecting with beautiful girls and enjoying a wonderful love life. And certainly, nobody wants to be labeled as a creep. But what advice would you give to this fearful man? What would you tell him to help him overcome his fear of rejection? And what about his fear of being labeled as a creep? This man clearly needs some good advice. Would you help our brother and leave your advice in the comments section below? Well, here's another user commenting humorously about his own fear of rejection as he proclaims,
I have a small chip in my head that will explode and kill me instantly if I am ever rejected.
wow, make sure you're not standing near him if he ever approaches a girl. Now here's another user named StormR69 who blames women for this problem and relates this harrowing tale.
Women stop us. Not all, but enough to ruin it for everybody. For an example, I was visiting a friend's barbecue, and while I was getting a drink, I said hello to a woman standing next to the cooler, and she went full-blown China syndrome at me. She angrily asked me, what gives you the right to hit on me? Who do you think you are? You men are all the same. I'm not sure how she implied I was hitting on her, since it was the first time I'd gone to any function since my wife of 20 years had passed away and I had to be dragged there by my buddy. But apparently, according to her, I'm some kind of stalker. Does that tell you why men don't approach anymore? I could mention the current state of marriages, but that would be depressing for all of us. Women lately scream to be left alone, so we do. Simple as that.
Hey, you know what, guys? That sounds like he just had a horrible encounter with a woman from hell, and it would certainly be understandable if he was reluctant to approach women for quite a while after that. Have you met any women like that? But certainly not all women are like that, are they? Surely there are some women who like being approached by men, and even if they are not interested in the man, they won't be offended and want to bite his head off. Now, guys, sometimes a man won't approach a woman not because he's afraid of rejection, but because of bad experiences he's had. Here's a Reddit user named On Blackened Wings who relates,
But that woman scared me more than Satan himself, if he exists, because she would get drunk, and when she was mad at me would say, I can call the cops and say whatever I want because I'm a small woman, a mom, and they will never believe you. Just look at you. You look guilty. Since that relationship, I've gone on one date, and it was awful. The chick was a flaying alcoholic, got super drunk to the point of passing out. I made sure she got home. She offered sex, but all I did was clean up her apartment and leave before she woke up. I left $60 on her countertop, being she had no food in her fridge. But thank God I left. I even left my video recorder on my phone just in case she accused me of doing things in the morning. I legitimately felt bad for her and just cleaned up her place. She had empty alcohol containers everywhere. And bounced. She thanked me in the morning and I told her, you are not ready to date, but I care about your well-being. She agreed and I never heard from her again. But all I was thinking in that moment was, she won't remember any of this, and I'll be accused of bad things when I was raised to be protective of females, children, the elderly, hold doors open, be a man, just how I was raised. And all I could think of was this woman is skunk drunk and offering up full, physical, intimate relations, saying she wants me, and will remember none of it. She did remember everything, though, but there's no way I'm staying with a woman on a first date.
wow, that's quite an experience he had. It sounds like he has no problems at all in approaching women and asking them out, but he won't because he is reluctant to face potential serious allegations of wrongdoing. In fact, he sums up his attitude as,
I basically have PTSD from women after the crap I've been through, so I stick to myself. And yes, I want a relationship, but I will take my time. Let's talk first. No alcohol, maybe do some activities in a safe place. And if you are sincere, then take your time. I have no idea where I'm going with this, but it sincerely sucks because I know I'm an okay man and have a lot to offer, while my ex moved on to someone else within a month after we broke up. It's been over 2 years for me and I can get dates. The issue is, it's just with hot messes that remind me of my ex. And I've been trained to leave women alone in public places because of the horrible experiences I've seen my friends go through. I live in the United States, by the way. I doubt it's this way in all other countries.
Well, what do you think? Do you think women in the United States are crazy and ready to falsely accuse men of wrongdoing? But that problem is not prevalent in other countries. But still, the fear of rejection is a real big part of the problem with many, many men. And it's understandable that they have that reluctance to approach women after being rejected so often. Here's one Reddit user who relates.
The past dozen or so times I've gone out with buddies to bars and clubs, we've each tried to respectively hit on or dance with women because we're all single and looking to date. And without fail, every single time, we've been shooed away with the same condescendingly delivered line, "We're just here to hang out with our friends," and they walk away. Then, like 5 minutes later, you'll catch the girl dancing with some dude. I don't even bother trying anymore.
Wow, what do you say after that? Have you ever had any experiences like the men here? And what advice would you offer to these men who have been rejected so often that they've just given up on approaching women? Please leave your experiences, thoughts, and advice in the comments below and help our community of men grow. And also be sure to subscribe now to get early access to our next video releases related to dating, relationships, and personal growth. We thank you for joining us today, and as we bid you farewell, we remind you that you are absolutely fabulous, and yes, you are loved.